hair is up and the knitwear is out. I'm going to be talking you through my entire knitwear collection as it stands for 2024. A few of you really liked my coat and jacket collection that I did a few weeks ago, and particularly the chatty, more casual style I did it in as I tried the items on and just talked to the camera about what I liked about them, where I bought them, all that good stuff. So that's what I'm going to be doing with my knitwear today. This is my entire knitwear collection, besides from my Suzanne knitwear, because that was included in my Suzanne try-on video from a few weeks ago, where I tried on everything I currently own from Suzanne. And as you saw from that video, I have really refined my knitwear collection from Suzanne in particular, and that's partly because I've just been really enjoying exploring other brands, discovering new brands. I've discovered so many great brands this year in particular. It's really been a year of branching out for me a little bit, as opposed to only buying from Suzanne, and I've really been enjoying that. So I have a few brand recommendations for you as well, but I'm also just going to chat about what I like to look for in knitwear in terms of sizing, fit, composition, that kind of thing. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a like if you do, and let's get straight into it. Let us start with the knit I'm wearing now, which is one of my new favourites. I've worn this quite a bit, so you've probably seen me wearing this. I wore it in my autumn favourites video. I've also worn it on Instagram a few times, and a few of you have definitely asked me where it's from. So I just really want to talk to you about this one because the colour is one of my new favourite colours. I don't know if this colour particularly suits me, but it does very much suit the season. This is such an autumnal colour to me, and I absolutely love it. It's like an avocado or olive green, depending on your preference. I would say it's maybe a little bit more like an avocado green. It's definitely got those yellow brown tones in it, and I just really love it. Green is a colour I've been really enjoying wearing this year. I have another green knit in my collection, which is a very different kind of grass forest green, but I really love this one as well. This knit and the next couple are all from LilySilk, who are sponsoring today's video. LilySilk is one of my favourite places for more neutral knitwear. I know they are known for their silk items, but actually I don't really wear a lot of silk because I work from home a lot, so I don't really have the need to dress up in more fancy items very often, so I really gravitate towards their knitwear. The thing I really appreciate about LilySilk knitwear is that you can almost guarantee it's going to be 100% natural fibres. I don't think they use any polyester or acrylic in their knitwear, and they don't really use alpaca and mohair either. And if you guys know me at all, you know I'm not a massive fan of itchy fabrics like mohair and alpaca, which is why I just love going onto LilySilk, because I know if I go into their knitwear section, I'm going to be able to choose anything, and it's probably going to be in cashmere, merino wool or cotton, which are my favourite fabrics. So I'm not going to look at something, fall in love with the look of it, and then realise I don't want to buy it because it's acrylic or mohair or alpaca. So this one, for example, is a merino wool cashmere blend. They call it the golden ratio. Apparently it's 70% merino wool, 30% cashmere, and that's like the perfect blend. And I can tell you it is super soft. It is baby soft. It is not scratchy at all. If you are sensitive to fabrics, I would highly recommend going on to LilySilk, especially if you like more neutral knitwear. Obviously this is a little pop of colour, but it's not too bright. Most of their knitwear is on the more neutral side. If you're looking for wardrobe staples, classic pieces, not trend-led at all. They're pieces that you could have in your wardrobe for years and years to come. So this knit is a very simple kind of crew neck with a very standard oversized fit. I got mine in a size medium, so you can see it's nice and relaxed on me. You definitely don't need to size up if you want something nice and relaxed, just get your usual size. The cuffs are wide, which can get a little bit annoying, I'm not gonna lie, but I don't mind it for this particular jumper just because I love the colour so much. And yeah, as I said, the composition is just perfect. So this is the first one. It's got this ribbing detail around the neck as well, and it's also got the same ribbing on the cuffs. All of the attention to detail on LilySilk items tends to be really good, and the fabrics are just so hard to beat. So the second one I have, which I will try these all on as we go, but I'll show you on the hanger first. This is a cardigan. Doesn't this look very similar to some very expensive cardigans that are super popular at the moment? Brands like Kate and Jenny Kane. I don't know much about that brand because I know they're an American brand, but I feel like they're all coming out with cardigans like this at the moment, but this one is a lot more affordable without compromising on the fabric. So this one is also merino wool cashmere. If you've been keeping up to date with my channel, you have definitely seen me wearing this cardigan. I think I've worn this in like 3 videos recently. I just can't take it off. It is so comfortable. Gorgeous tortoiseshell buttons, really nice neckline. I love that you can wear like a pendant necklace with this, and it really shows it off. It definitely feels more premium, more expensive than it is. I sized up in mine, so I think I got this one in a size large. Yeah, I got this one in a size large just because I wanted that really slouchy kind of effortless look. So this is what the large looks like on me. I would definitely normally be more of a medium, but I love that relaxed fit. I think it's gorgeous with a pair of jeans or with a long maxi skirt. It would look really nice as well. I love it. This taupe colour, so expensive looking, and again the composition is the same as the avocado green one. 70% merino wool, 30% cashmere, and it is just so soft. No scratch, no irritation. I don't care how sensitive your skin is, these are going to feel really nice on you. And then I have one more from LilySilk. This is a baby cashmere, 100% cashmere jumper, and I love this because it gives you that fluffy texture that very much resembles mohair or alpaca without any of the itchiness. So cashmere is obviously so soft, and this is really soft to touch, but it does have that fluffy, like lovely wintry texture that I do kind of miss when I don't wear any of the mohair and alpaca knits. So lovely and soft and fluffy does this look. I wish you could touch this through the screen because it is so nice to have one of these fluffy jumpers that doesn't irritate my skin. I really appreciate that. And LilySilk have quite a few baby cashmere items on their website, which is even softer than regular cashmere. So I would highly recommend checking these out. If you miss that fluffy texture that you get from mohair, but you want something a lot softer and a lot less irritating, then I would highly recommend this. This has this collar, so it's a slightly different design. I got this one in a size medium, and you can see it's like nice and slouchy and relaxed on me. So again, you don't have to size up to get this nice relaxed, effortless vibe. And it's got slightly wider sleeves, not as wide as the first one, but I love it. I can't stop touching it, and I just feel like in this cream color, it goes with absolutely everything. Super easy to wear, but looks really luxurious and expensive. Before I forget, I also have these grey trousers from LilySilk as well. These trousers have been on the website for over a year because I remember seeing these last autumn winter and almost buying them, and I've seen them styled on a lot of people on Instagram and they look really great. So I love that LilySilk don't constantly have new items. They very much have their core collection and they add a few seasonal pieces here and there, but some of the pieces from last year that I have are still available, and these are an example of another piece that are still available from last year. These are like a wide leg, high-waisted trouser with these cuffed bottoms, perfect for work. If you work in an office, you want something kind of smart casual, they would go with any of the knits that I've shown today, especially I think this last knit. I think this fluffy texture with this more kind of tweedy, not tweed, herringbone style trouser looks really nice. The contrast between the fluffiness of the jumper and this more kind of smoother wool I really like. So I can highly recommend. So if you're curvier and you struggle to find trousers, I would suggest having a look on LilySilk because not only is their knitwear really lovely, but some of their trouser options are great as well. If you would like to try any of the LilySilk pieces for yourself, they'll all be linked down below. I do also have a discount code for you. I have two actually. Depending on how much you spend, you can get 20% off or 25% off. So all of the details on the minimum spend for those will be down in the description box, along with the links to my items, my sizing, and also my measurements for reference as well. Okay, moving on to some other brands in my knitwear collection. This is one of the only pieces I have left in my collection that does have some alpaca in it. This is from Eay Paris. I do really like to buy knitwear from Eay Paris, although it is often mohair or alpaca. I find it a little bit less itchy than Suzanne. I don't know, maybe it's just in my imagination. It also might be because this is a vest, so I only ever wear this over things. I don't wear it on its own. So I will wear this over like a bodysuit, something long sleeved. So I don't have that itchy fabric right up against my skin, which might make all the difference. Just put on this blue shirt so I can show you how I might wear this gilet. I do quite like blue and brown together. I think it's quite a nice combo. I don't know if I've ever worn this shirt with this gilet before. So yeah, that's what how I would typically wear this. So you don't have any of the fabric on your actual skin, which is why I don't mind it. And it's a very unique look. I know some people hate this gilet, and I know some people love it, and a lot of you bought it last year when I showed it in my first Eay Paris video. I really like it. I know it's not to everyone's taste, but I think it just adds something different. It's a little bit more unusual, and I love layering with this in autumn especially. Maybe when it isn't too cold, but I want something just to add interest and texture to an outfit. So yeah, this one I think I've got in a size medium. and I would say Eay Paris runs pretty true to size. Next up we have a piece of knitwear that I bought on Vinted. This is one of my favourite knits in my collection, full stop. This is from a brand called Lisa Yang. If you are looking for really high quality cashmere knitwear, I would highly recommend Lisa Yang. It is up there in terms of price point though, which is why I suggest looking for it secondhand. This one I think retails for like £450 to £500. I bought this for £160 on Vinted. It's got a little bit of dog hair on it, which most of my knitwear does, to be honest. But yeah, I love it. It's cream. It's got this huge like funnel neck, roll neck. It's so cozy, and this is 100% cashmere. So again, it is baby soft. It is 0 itch. Yeah, there's something noticeably different about this one. It feels definitely the most luxurious in my collection because it is 100% cashmere, and it is just from such a lovely slow fashion knitwear brand. I will say when I'm buying knitwear secondhand, I do usually only buy new with tags or new without tags, just because I would worry buying this if someone had worn it that they would have washed it or shrunk it or just mishandled it a little bit. So that is my tip. If you're going to buy your knitwear, especially like premium luxurious knitwear like this, on the secondhand marketplace, definitely look new with tags because you can still find some really great bargains. It just, you know, you don't have that worry that it's been worn and mishandled. So yeah, I love this. I love this big funnel neck. It's so cozy. It definitely functions as a scarf when it's really cold. You don't have to wear a scarf with this as well, which is really nice. And also you kind of have a scarf indoors as well. If you work in a really cold office or anywhere that's just really chilly, this is lovely around your neck. And being cashmere, it doesn't irritate at all. Otherwise, it's pretty boxy and oversized. I think this comes in like 0, 1, 2, 3 sizing. I believe this is a 1, which is about like a UK 10, and it fits nice and relaxed. I find that knitwear often just does come up quite oversized and quite relaxed, which is definitely my preferred fit for knitwear. I don't want anything too tight. So yes, absolutely love it. Look at the neck. It's just beautiful. And the sleeve detail is also ribbed to match the neck, and the bottom of the hem is ribbed as well. Next up in my collection, I have a few pieces from Petite Studios, which is a brand that I have worked with this year and discovered this year. And I have to say, I really love their knitwear. Most of their knitwear is made from merino wool. They do have a few pieces that are alpaca blends, but actually a lot of their knitwear pieces are 100% merino wool, which is my preferred material. I have this hoodie. This is like a more kind of sporty style. I actually really like this for wearing on dog walks or even to and from the gym or for traveling, for flying or long car journeys, because it's really comfortable. Like, it's merino wool, it's really soft, but it has that hood, it has that very relaxed feel. I almost always size up to a large in Petite Studios with their knitwear because they're designed for petites, and I'm kind of on the cusp between petite and regular at 5'5", so I find that sizing up to a large, it fits me really well, especially in the way that I want it to fit. It's definitely still slouchy and relaxed on me. You can see the sleeves are still even quite long on me, even though I don't have particularly petite arms. So don't worry too much if you don't fall into the petite category. I think their pieces can still work for you really nicely, especially if you don't like anything too long. Because I don't really like, even though I'm not petite, I don't really like knitwear that comes really long, because I often do like a French tuck knitwear a lot of the time. So yeah, their pieces are really easy to do that with. It has some of this cable, you probably won't be able to see because it's grey, but it has some cable knitted design along the middle, and then it has this piping along the sleeve, so it definitely has that sportier vibe. But it's nice to have something a little bit different, and as I said, I wear this on more casual days or when I'm just working from home. I have a couple of other knitwear pieces from them as well. I have this really chunky red sweater. This is also merino wool, I believe. Let me double check. Yeah, this is 100% extra fine merino wool, so it has that really soft texture. This is a lot thicker. This is like a chunky cable knitted jumper, really nice texturally. And it has this, similar to the LilySilk, the cream LilySilk, it has like one of these slight collar designs with this scoop neck. So this one is one that is very warm. Like, if you want to be warm and toasty, then this is a really great jumper because it is heavy duty. I'm also wearing a size large in this one, and as you can see again, it is nice and relaxed on me. I love this. This is so good for working from home as well because it is really, really warm and thick, but it doesn't have any of that scratchiness. Can kind of roll the sleeves up. I just really like it. It's red, which is not a colour I typically wear, but actually I do think red is somewhat of a neutral, especially a red like this. It doesn't lean too warm or too cool, so it is going to suit you regardless. I think a true red does suit everyone, and it is really on trend at the moment as well, but I really like it. This also comes in cream if you don't like the red. Another knit I have from Petite Studios is this really gorgeous Tiffany blue. I couldn't resist this colour when I was picking out the items to show for the video I'm working on with them, which will already be out by the time you're watching this. So you can go and, if you want a really in-depth review of the pieces, you can go to that video. But this one, I just, even though this does have alpaca in it, I just couldn't resist the colour. I really wanted to try it for you. This is, okay, it's actually mohair, not alpaca. So it's 33% mohair, 33% wool, 28% nylon, so it's a very similar fabric to a lot of Cézanne's mohair wool blends, and it does feel similar. I would actually say this feels a little bit less itchy than the Cézanne knits. Still, it's not soft. I would never consider mohair to be soft. I know some people describe mohair knits as soft. I don't think they're soft. I think they're different levels of tolerable, and this is on the more tolerable side for sure. It also is quite a easy silhouette to layer underneath, which I quite like. A lot of the time, if you have very intricate necklines, low necklines, or like lace on the knit, then it's difficult to layer a top underneath, whereas this is a higher neck, it's got long sleeves, it isn't see-through, so you could put a really tight, like almost like a heat tech top or something similar underneath to protect your skin from the mohair. I just love the colour of this. I think it's so pretty. They definitely got the name right. It is definitely a true Tiffany blue, and I think it works so nice with brown as well. I really like it. And instantly putting this on, I'm remembering that it's definitely less itchy than a lot of mohair knits. I would say there's definitely a scale, isn't there, to how itchy mohair. This is kid mohair, which I do think is less itchy than regular mohair. It comes in at the wrists, these cuff sleeves here, and they've also got this vertical ribbing along the knit and this detail, this like triangular neckline detail. Very pretty. The buttons are nice. They are these mother of pearl-esque buttons. It does feel very Cézanne, this one. This one definitely feels Cézanne inspired. I think some of their knits even have this kind of vertical ribbing down them. So if you want a Cézanne-like knit from a different brand, this is also on sale at the moment if you use my discount code, so you can get it at quite a reduced price. So it probably works out cheaper than Cézanne, especially if you're buying from the US, because they are a US-based brand. So yes, this one I do really like. I also have some Petite Studios knits from a few months ago. My favourite one is the Fair Isle one. I absolutely love that knit. It is in the wash, it's on the washing, it's drying as we speak, and it wasn't dry in time for this video, so I'm not going to show it because I have plenty of other knits to talk you through, but I do really recommend that one as well. That is 100% merino wool. Gorgeous soft knit, not itchy, and I love that Fair Isle. It feels so Christmassy and so festive to me, but it isn't Christmassy colours, like it's white and brown, so I feel like you can wear it earlier in the season, in like autumn and in January, February as well. Now moving on to the part of the video where I have 3 of the same knit to show you. I don't often buy an item of clothing in multiple colourways. I try and avoid doing that, to be honest, but when it came to this knit, I just kind of felt like I'd found my perfect cardigan, and I did buy all of these secondhand. If you watched my secondhand video from a few weeks ago, you'll know that I discovered all of these on Vinted from different sellers at all much less than the retail cost. These are from Rosé Paris, which is a Parisian brand. I love Rosé Paris because they are the true definition of a slow fashion French brand. Kind of similar to how Cézanne was a few years ago, but is not so much anymore. Rosé Paris really do fairly limited runs. They have fairly small capsule collections seasonally, and these knits are part of their staple collection. So these have been around for quite a long time now. I think they are a permanent piece in their collection. It's called the Totem cardigan, and it's just your kind of oversized, slightly boxy cardigan. It isn't too cropped, it's kind of waist length, with tortoiseshell buttons. The fabric composition of these depends on the colour that you get. So the grey is 100% merino wool, and then the brown and the white both have 15% cashmere in them. I mean, this isn't just the perfect cardigan. This is just a timeless piece. I will have these forever. I love the tortoiseshell buttons. I love the fit. It's like slightly cropped. It's a little bit shorter than something like the LilySilk cardigan, which is a little bit longer. It's not quite as cropped as the Cézanne Betty, which is why I think I prefer these Rosé Paris cardigans. I like where they hit. I like that they're a little bit longer and a little bit more oversized. They have pockets here. The Betty has pockets on the chest, whereas these have pockets here. And I think I prefer the pockets here. They feel slightly less I don't know, dowdy. The Betty does sometimes feel a little bit like frumpy to me. Depending on how you style it. I still own a Betty and I still love it. But these feel a little bit cooler to me and I just prefer them slightly. They've got ribbing along the collar. You can kind of roll the sleeves up so you can have them cuffed or uncuffed. I can't remember how they're meant to be. I think they're uncuffed, but you can easily cuff them like that and have them stopping at your wrist. I love it. It's just a really simple, great cardigan. This one needs a little bit of a debobble because I've been wearing this so much that it has got a little bit bobbly, but it's merino wool cashmere, so you can just comb it with a cashmere comb or debobble it and it'll be absolutely fine. I get mine in a size 2. The only thing with Rosé Paris is the size inclusivity is terrible. They do 2 sizes of this cardigan, a 1 and a 2. I would say a 1 is like an 8 to 10 in the UK and a 2 is like a 10 to 12, maybe a 14. This is what it looks like on me in the 2. So yeah, the sizing is really poor, that's the only thing. But I do really love this cardigan and I would definitely be up for trying more of their things in the future. I would love to try, they have a trench coat that is amazing, but I don't need another trench coat. But I do really like the look of a lot of their knitwear. But again, search for it second hand because this one I think I got for about £90 and it retails for 260, and the other 2 I also got for about 100 to 90 to 100 pounds. So definitely, yeah, I think all 3 cost me just slightly more than one would have cost me full price. We are getting to the end of the rail gradually. This next knit is from a brand that I discovered this year and fell in love with. It's making the camera go a little bit funny, the lighting, but this is from Alex Mill. This is a 100% cashmere roll neck in this gorgeous burgundy plum shade. It's more of like a plum purple shade than a true burgundy. I love this. This was definitely a bit of a splurge for me. They are not cheap. I think this was like £300, but honestly I will have this forever and I love that it is 100% cashmere. It is really easy to wash. Actually, I've washed this one a couple of times because I've worn it so much. I don't wash my knitwear that often. That's one of my tips, is only wash your knitwear when it really, really needs it. Like, you don't need to be washing this after every few wears. But I did wash this because I got some tomato sauce or something down it. And it washed really well. I always hand wash my knits with a gentle detergent. But this one came out fine, which I was really happy with because I spent so much on it. I was worried I'm never going to be able to wash this or I'm going to ruin it. But actually it worked out really fine. I also have debobbled this, but I would use a cashmere comb. Apparently a cashmere comb is a lot better for your knitwear than a debobbler. So I'm definitely going to buy one of those. I just keep forgetting to. I think I'm going to look on Amazon tonight. The fit of this one is just perfect to me. It's like that perfect relaxed fit. It's a roll neck, but it isn't too in your face. Like, you can have it higher up if you want to keep your neck a little bit warmer, but you can also just roll it down and it kind of sits really nicely as well. And it's got a little bit of ribbing detail on all of the edges, the bottom as well. I love this one. I think it's so nice. This comes in a few different colours. I want to say it comes in a green, a blue, and then some neutral options as well. I would highly recommend, especially if you live in America, because I think in the US, because it's a New York based brand, it does work out a little bit cheaper. It is definitely more pricey in Europe and in other places around the world. I definitely don't think you need to spend that much. Also look secondhand, because you never know, you might find something secondhand from the brand. But it's definitely a brand I have discovered and kind of fallen in love with. I also have a jacket, a barn jacket from Alex Mill as well, and I love that as well. I feel like they are core wardrobe pieces that they're very timeless. They don't follow trends at all, and they're pieces that will hopefully last for a long time. So cost per wear hopefully will be quite low. But yeah, really, this is probably my favourite purchase of this autumn winter. Am I going to say that? I'm not sure. It's definitely up there because of the colour. It's my perfect form of plum burgundy. Definitely more on like the purple side, which I like. And as I said, I've worn this so much already. I said I had another green knit, and this is it. This is from Totem. I also bought this on Vinted a few months ago. This one, I think I got this for about half price. It's this gorgeous V-neck wool green jumper. This is 100% wool. I don't think it's merino wool, it just says wool on the tag, but it is soft. It's definitely on the chunkier, thicker side. It's quite comparable to the Petite Studios red one. It's definitely like one of my chunkier knits. Thicker knits. It's also one of the only true V-necks I have. I always find V-necks a little bit hard to style, but actually I've figured out that if I wear something underneath, like a white t-shirt or a white tank top, that's how I prefer to wear my V-necks, rather than having my skin showing. I don't know why, I just think a V-neck on bare skin can look a bit weird. Do you see what I mean? I just think with a white t-shirt underneath, it really pops. The green really pops against the white, and I just prefer it like this. I actually prefer it with more of a slim fitting tee or a tank, but I just grabbed this oversized t-shirt, which is why it's looking a little bit more bulky than it would normally, but you get the idea. You can also have the tank or the t-shirt popping out at the bottom as well, which I think looks quite nice. I really like this one. I don't know if I would, well, I say I don't know. I definitely wouldn't buy this full price. I think this is £400 full price, and I don't think you need to spend £400 on a wool knit, especially something that's not cashmere or merino wool. But I was pretty happy that I got this for half the price on Vinted, and I didn't mind paying that because it wasn't too dissimilar to the price of a Suzanne knit or even a Cos or Arquette knit, but it does feel slightly higher quality, and I just love the colour. I think this colour is actually quite unusual. I don't see that many knits in this green colour. It's like a true bright green, like a grass green. And I didn't have anything like this in my wardrobe, no colours like this at all. I tend to go for more like neutrally colours like the avocado green. I don't know why, but actually I think bright colours like this really suit me, so I should probably go for them more often. But I really like it. This is a size medium, I think I said that. And it's a nice relaxed fit. It's a little bit boxier than my other knits, a little bit, it kind of clings to my hips a little bit more, so I tend to sort of just bunch it up like that, but I don't really care. I really like it, and it's my first piece I've ever tried from Totem, so I was quite excited to be able to try them as a brand at half the price. I definitely have some Totem pieces on my wish list, particularly their bags. I love so many of their bags, but I don't think I would buy their clothing full price because I think it's a little bit overpriced, to be honest. I have two more knits. We've almost made it to the end. The last two knits I have are both from the same brand, so I'll talk about them at the same time. These are both from a brand called Fabrique. Fabrique is a fairly new brand. I think I did work with them a little while ago, and they basically collate different designers together all under one roof, and all of the different designers design a few pieces for Fabrique. These actually coincidentally were designed by the same lady. I really like her designs in particular. Her name is Heidi Biscoff, like the spread. I don't know. I really like her knitwear designs. They're very pretty. They're quite feminine. This one in particular is just beautiful. This is a black crochet knit. This is cotton. It's got these little cotton like bauble buttons, this white trim. It's got scalloping on the edges. It's super, super pretty. And then this one is a little bit more basic, a little bit more simple, but equally as beautiful, to be honest. It's like a cable knit, flecked mild burgundy. The colour of this just really spoke to me. Look at the texture on it. It's so nice. This is 100% wool. It's got tortoiseshell buttons. It's quite oversized. This one I think I'm actually going to wear open with a t-shirt underneath. That's how I'm envisaging wearing this. But yeah, I'll show you both of them on. This is so nice. This is perfect for cozy days at home, wrapping up. I don't have many cardigans that I tend to wear open, but there's something about this one. I think the slightly oversized fit that just kind of suits being worn open. But you definitely could wear this closed as well. I love the texture on it. It's a full cable knit, runs all along to the back, all along the sleeves, and it has this kind of mild effect. So it's a burgundy with spots of orange and blue, which is quite interesting. But from afar, or to like most people, it's just going to look pretty much burgundy, which I love. Okay, this does actually have 7% alpaca in it, so it's a tiny proportion. It isn't itchy at all. I can feel like maybe it does have a little bit of fluffiness from the alpaca, but it's such a small percentage that honestly it doesn't feel itchy. It's really comfortable on my skin. So yeah, this one I'm wearing in a size medium. I find Fabrique's knits tend to run quite oversized, especially the ones like this, which are designed to have a relaxed fit, so you definitely don't need to size up. And yeah, it's got the pockets here. It feels like very much like a granddad cardigan. It feels like a granddad in Scotland or something would wear this, or on the Shetland Islands or something, I don't know. But I do like it. I think it's really nice and perfect kind of cardigan for just relaxing. I feel like I could wear this at Christmas as well, on Christmas Day, just nice and relaxed. But yeah, really like it. And last but not least, this beautiful crochet knit. This is so special. It's definitely one of the more unique pieces in my knitwear collection. I don't have anything like it, and I've never really seen anything like it either, which is one thing I really do love about Fabrique. They just have some really unique designs because they have so many different designers under one roof. You find some really different pieces. It is a little tricky with what to wear under it because it is slightly see-through here, and you've got obviously the gaping where the buttons go. This is intentional, it isn't too small or anything, it's just how it's designed. But if you wear something you don't mind seeing a little bit of underneath, then yeah, I would go for black probably, just to kind of minimise the contrast. I love the cuffs. You can see they're slightly scalloped. Beautiful. They come in at the wrists, which I love. It's a nice fit. It's more of like a true fit. It's probably one of the more snug fitting jumpers, but it definitely suits the style of this. I wouldn't want this too oversized. I think this is a size medium. So again, I would say it runs true to size, and it definitely does like nip you in at the waist a little bit, which is quite nice as well. It is cotton, if I didn't say so already. And yeah, it's beautiful. It's definitely the most unique piece. We've made it full circle. I'm back in my lovely avocado green jumper. That is the end of my knitwear collection. I hope you enjoyed seeing all of my current knitwear pieces, what I'm loving wearing this autumn winter season. Obviously I have my Suzanne knitwear as well, but you can go over to the Suzanne video if you do want to see that. Thank you so much to LilySilk again for sponsoring this video. The discount codes for 20 or 25% off will be on screen, as well as in the description box with the terms and conditions as well. I will leave the links to all of the pieces, the LilySilk and the other pieces shown in this video today down below, with the size I took and my measurements for reference as well. If you have some more time on your hands and would like to continue watching, I will leave 2 videos on screen that I think you might enjoy next. Otherwise, I hope you're all doing really well, and I will see you very, very soon for my next video. Bye!